So what it does is if you look at it, there's a filament that heats up. The main thing here is this panel is going to produce a very bright red light. And then there's going to be a near infrared spectrum you can see here as well within the panel. And then when you come in here, you actually get a really, really nice, powerful panel. Each one of these bulbs is going to be 250 watts, and you're gonna start sweating like crazy in this thing. What's going on, YouTube? Happy, I guess, March probably. On this video, what I wanted to do was go over some of my notes because I have been playing with red light therapy, photobiomodulation for about a year now, and a lot of people in the interwebs are interested in the tools like Joov and RedTherapyco and Sauna Space. And so in this video, what I wanna do is I wanna break down the differences between them and what I use and why I think that this might be superior, not superior, what the advantages, pros and cons are. So let's dive into the video and let's get into it. So what is red light therapy? Well, red light therapy is a form of photobiomodulation, and that's a big mouthful, but really what that means is we're using light to stimulate the cellular mitochondria. So you see, when your cells are operating, they're actually operating through generating power through what's called the electron transport chain. And so really what's happening is there are organelles within your cells called mitochondria, and within them, they're generating power and cellular power through essentially creating an electron gradient of electrical power, and it's allowing almost like a turbine to spin. And so without getting too detailed on the actual specifics, because this video is really about the devices themselves, the idea is that there are certain wavelengths of light that can hit your skin, go through your skin into areas of your body beneath the surface, and can deliver photons of energy, electrons, and help the mitochondria within your cells actually get more power, get more energy. And a lot of disease, a lot of dysfunction metabolically is linked to a lack of mitochondrial function. So the big two things with photobiomodulation are red light and near infrared light. That's really what we see with the red light therapy panels, whether it's RedTherapyco, Joov, Platinum LED, all these sort of LED panels, or in the case of Sauna Space, which I'm a fan of, which we'll talk about here, they are a panel that provides also red light for many people in incandescent form. So red light therapy, what's the deal here with this? Well, there's a couple things going on. One, you're trying to get light between about 650 nanometers to about 850 nanometers. In fact, there's a pretty tight spectrum around 660 nanometers. So the 660 is in the red range. And then there's a near infrared at the 850 that has benefits. Really what we think is going on here and what we've studied so far and what some of these companies have actually written about is that the 660 wavelength is really good for kind of surface level recovery. So for example, if you have scars, if you have collagen, if you want to heal kind of or just bring out and exfoliate the skin, it can give the mitochondria at the surface level of the cells on the skin, on the dermis, energy. It can allow you to reproduce or produce and heal and power those cells. It is a good thing for your cells to have energy. People that as they age and as they get metabolic dysfunction have poor working mitochondria. So if we can deliver energy directly to the cell mitochondria at the surface of the skin, it's gonna give your skin elasticity. It's gonna allow it to heal and recover. That's why it's so powerful when you can get photobiomodulation and where the 650, 660, 670 range wavelength is for the red light therapy. That's what you see in the panels that is very bright and red that is hitting your skin. The 850 nanometer range penetrates deeper. I do give myself red light, and we'll see here in a second the devices I use, and I'll compare the Joov to the Sauna Space to the red light therapy panel. I'll kind of break it down for you. This, my friends, is what we call a Sauna Space photon light. It is an incandescent bulb, and I will show you how it works. So what it does is if you look at it, there's a filament that heats up. So when I turn this on and off, you can see the filament cooling down. Light generated from this device is actually red light. It is red light therapy between the 650 nanometers and actually roughly 1,000. You don't actually have to have it at 850. There's a whole range of benefits that have been stated and shown scientifically that it doesn't need to be exactly what Joov or RedTherapyco produces. You can get the range of benefits by getting the red light. All right, so what we have here is a Red Therapy Red Rush 720. This is very similar to a Joov panel. The companies will say that they're different. They're both LED panels. They both hit red and near infrared light. The main thing here is this panel is going to produce a very bright red light. And then there's going to be a near infrared spectrum you can see here as well within the panel that is going to penetrate more deeply into skin to kind of power things. So coming back full circle here, red light therapy is a form of photobiomodulation. Photobiomodulation used to be a really expensive way to give ourselves light therapy, and we used lasers and we'd have to be in a clinic. And now we've developed a lot of panels that are low cost, relatively speaking, you know, $500, $300, you can get some of these panels, and they deliver a high wattage, very targeted red near infrared light that scientifically we know can benefit you and give you some of these great benefits around recovery with joints, tissue, healing, scar tissue, skin rejuvenation, smoothing out of surfaces, and potentially give you energy for muscles and soreness and things like that. So what is the deal with Sauna Space? Why am I bringing this up? Well, I'm here in Austin, Texas, and Sauna Space is a company out of Missouri that actually went a step further, in my opinion, and took red therapy and combined it with sauna therapy. And what they've done is they've created a sauna that actually delivers red light therapy photobiomodulation with a sauna, and they're using incandescent versus LED lights. So behind me, I'm sitting next to the Sauna Space Illuminati sauna. So this one has been historically priced at $3,000. It may be priced differently depending on when you're watching this video. It's a beautiful sauna. This thing produces red light therapy. This gives you a fantastic exposure of red light therapy. There's a panel board in here. You can buy that panel board for around $1,000. And I would say if you're gonna do red light therapy, from my personal experience, I think it's better to do incandescent over LED because you get more spectrum range. You're still not getting ultraviolet, which you don't have to worry about. And you're also completely mitigating the flicker stress, which for me is a big, big deal. If you can do the sauna, these sauna setups are, I believe, $3,000. They have another shower setup where you can do a shower setup if you want. What you get with the sauna though is you get a bamboo floor with a grounding connection. You also get a stool. You get all of this canvas, which is really nice and high quality. And you can break this thing down. It's about 55 pounds. And then when you come in here, you actually get a really, really nice, powerful panel. Each one of these bulbs is gonna be 250 watts, and you're gonna start sweating like crazy in this thing in just about, usually for me, it kicks in around 7 or 8 minutes in. So I take my Kindle, I have a Kindle Oasis, and I'll read in here for a half hour to an hour. And it's a great way to detox, to get red light therapy. I'll just rotate my body on the stool. And as I'm doing that, I can just get, again, no flicker stress. I'm limiting the flicker stress because there's none of it in these bulbs. They're all incandescent. And then I have a full panel here, and they run at 250 watts. So they hit you and they warm you up. The sauna itself probably only gets to about 110 degrees. It's such a killer deal. Now here's the deal. I had a RedTherapyco panel, a Red Rush 720. I have tested the Joov panel. I have also tested the Red Rush 360, and I stopped using my red LED panel because of flicker stress and what I learned about that. The downside is you're not getting natural exposure of the power when you put an LED panel into the wall and it's being powered by an AC power supply. Some LED panels can run off a battery. So an LED light like a bike light or something that you get where it's actually got a DC connection can do this. But when you look at Joov, RedTherapyco, Platinum LED, all of these panels, you're getting what's called flicker stress. That means when you look at a light, like a strobe light, that's exactly what you're seeing with these panels, but you're not seeing it because your brain is stitching together the constant lighting because it's flashing on and off so fast. In fact, when you're watching this video on YouTube, you're actually looking through an OLED or LED panel on your iPhone or your iPad or your computer screen. This screen is refreshing, and if you look at it through a slow-mo camera, you'll actually see the waves of light that are basically flickering on and off. And our brains, again, are stitching together and combining that. But our cells are not stitching together the light and the photons that are coming and hitting them. So when you do an LED panel and you put that intense light on your body, it is not the same thing as the sun, because the sun is a consistent power source. It does not flicker on and off. These LED panels are blasting you with high intensity, high wattage, a flickering of wavelength. And so we just don't know if this is beneficial or not. We don't know enough about it. And from my perspective, it's not ancestrally consistent at all to be experiencing a high intensity photon on my mitochondria that is going on and off 60 times, 120 times actually, in this light source. Now, what Sauna Space does is it uses an incandescent light. Incandescent lights have been phased out because they are higher power. They are not nearly as efficient at generating light and being functional. But from an actual ancestral and biohacking perspective, incandescent lights are by far superior in my opinion. I have phased out all LED panel use. I only use now a incandescent photobiomodulation device. You can shine this on your joints, on your knee, on your elbow. I have tennis elbow sometimes on my right elbow. I have a kind of tweaky left knee from playing soccer and riding my motorcycle. So I use this and I give myself about 10 minutes. It gets pretty hot. You feel the heat. The panels don't do that on the LED devices, but this one will do that. And so you just have to kind of be mindful of that. You obviously have to kind of titrate the range of where you're actually exposing yourself. But again, look when I kill this light, that filament is what's generating the light, and it heats up. It's not flashing on and off, blasting your brain, blasting your cells with an on and off energy source that they have not evolved to experience. I believe we have a link with our company to kind of give people a discount and get them the best deal on all the Sauna Space products. We're also an affiliate with Red Light Therapy too, Red Rush. So this could be good if you just you don't want to sweat, you just want to get red light, and you're okay with the flicker stress situation of that. And so I will put both of those in the description. If you have questions about this, feel free to reach out. And if you want to know more about sort of biohacking and health, we have another video that goes through the chili pad in the Euler system, which is one of the most popular videos right now, reviewing that product. And we spent a lot of time building that one out, and it has gotten a ton of positive feedback and really helped a lot of people with figuring out their sleep optimization. So I hope that was really helpful. Again, red light therapy, it's powerful. It definitely makes a difference. I've been doing it for about a year now, highly recommend it. It's helped with my knee pain. It's helped with my skin recovery. I've just been able to clean up my skin a lot. And it's also helped with, when I added in the sauna with the red light, it really helped me kind of just get more of a benefit from just that combined effect. So for a lot of people, I think red light therapy is a great tool, and it's gonna give you a lot of benefit. And it's something to really incorporate, especially for your skin health and for recovery and all that stuff. But it's about finding the right nuance and just understanding the challenges that are there with flicker stress, because it is a real deal. You do not want to be just pounding into your mind constant flicker stress, and if you can avoid it, that's a good thing, which is largely why I use the photon here. The photon I got with the sauna, not for red light, although sometimes I use it to target my knee and things like that, but more as a night light, as a light at night when I'm sitting in my bedroom and I'm kind of winding down, because almost every other bulb in my apartment, unfortunately, is going to be an LED, which is going to cause some flicker stress. So, hope that was helpful. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for making it this far. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you like this type of content. We're gonna be putting out some more reviews. I'm actually wearing a Whoop band right now, and I have an Aura ring. I've been wearing them for months, and I'm gonna be tracking and reporting on how they track my sleep data, my workouts, all that stuff. If you are interested in your diet or sleep, again, we have a video on the chili pad and the Uller system. Highly recommend that. If you want to learn about the carnivore diet, that really is a game changer for so many people for gut, anxiety, and optimizing themselves. And I encourage you to check out that content and look at our book that we have put out. I spent a lot of time writing the carnivore diet book because it really changed my life and made a profound impact on my health and my effectiveness. So thank you again, and let's get optimized.